Alright, and hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we're back for some more of the Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door on the Nintendo Switch. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we went and took a detour into the way of the 100 pit trials, and of course we had to go and use a trouble quest within our time of this said way to help out with Pinata Jr. with his dad getting stuck on the 20th floor, and now we're going to be able to go and pick up with that said reward, which that is going to have to be now with the silver card. So now we can go and do the paper game when we go and decide to head back to the Pinata arcade place, but we'll worry about that later on throughout the episode. But for right now, here in this episode for right now, we're going to be doing some other little side stuff, such as, for example, heading all the way back here into our way of chapter 2 in the Great Boggly Tree, and there is going to be a said item that I do want to go and pick up with that will probably somewhat help in a way, because we're going to be able to get quite a significant amount of damage if we do get this said item here. And that item that is going to be is known as the Zest Dynamite. Now, I have to say the Zest Dynamite is going to be one of the coolest type of rewards that you can go and get from your different recipes. And it's a really cool little segment because, like, when you go and throw it down, it kind of like shows like this big, huge, angry Zesty that just shows up out of nowhere. I think you guys have seen that before, I think, in our time of the actual set randomizer. But it's always good to have those type of extra damage attacks right there, because that should at least somewhat help out a little bit with Gloomtail, and I will go and use a couple of those along with our time. And how to go and make these said type of ST Dynamites? Well, you do need the Mystic Egg that you have to go and talk to Petuni with. Unfortunately, she's the only one that will give you that said egg, and you have to go through this really monotonous type of questionnaire survey thing that she goes and has to like go and talk to you about. And if you guess the actual thing right, Petuni will give you that Mystic Egg. But however, you do need to go and get the coconuts as well, because if you do want to get yourself with the coconut bomb, you do need to mix I think it's like known as the egg bomb and the coconut bomb together to get that zesty type of thing, and we'll show that off when that time happens. Now, if you guys remember, we've been collecting so many amount of different star pieces out here so far. Well, why not we go and talk back over here to Dazzle and pick up with all these different ones. Right now we're just picking up with the heart finder. We also do have with the flower finder as well, and these type of items are going to be really nice. So if you ever do have some extra batch points left over and you do want to go and use some of those, that'll be a great help throughout your way of the 1,000 Year Door, just so that you don't ever have to go and try to return back like halfway throughout the actual said place. Now, I think some point down the road, if I could be wrong, I think there is like no type of escape to get on out of the 1,000 Year Door at some point, like halfway through the dungeon. So you want to be a little bit careful of that when that time does happen from there. But so far, we already have like enough items to at least somewhat suffice us for quite a while. We have a lot of Jelly Ultras, which that's going to be super nice to go and have. And we'll show you guys how exactly those Jelly Ultras are actually made with. But yeah, so here's the art gallery. So if you ever do want to go and take a look at some of your different star pieces, you can go and look at some. I don't know why that apparently all the other ones are completely blocked off. I don't know if that's just because that we haven't really went out of our way to pick up with every single type of star piece, but I'm pretty sure we did a lot of star piece collecting, unless if for some reason those type of star pieces that I've been using to go and give to Dazzle, maybe those are kind of probably messing something up within there. But anyways, it's alright. I just want to go and at least show you guys exactly what the art gallery was all about there. But it does have like a lot of concept art designs and everything about the game, which is pretty cool for a neat feature for what the Switch game is all about on this one. And just like that, she's going to be able to make ourselves with the egg bomb. Oh yeah, such a nice, good item to have. This would have been something pretty nice to go and use, like, if you were heading on into, like, the glitch pit later or something, because, like, majority of the time you'll be seeing, like, a lot of, like, multiple different enemies, and having those egg bombs or coconut bombs would be somewhat pretty nice for what was happening. But I know that you can't really get the coconut bombs, like, during the time of, that said, Chapter 3, but you can go and do it for Chapter 2, for the egg bomb, though, however. But there we go. So now we can go and connect both these two guys together, and let's make sure that we get the best type of item here that Zesty can go and make. So let's do it. I don't know if I already went and said this here, but in these two videos for today, me and Kevin are going to be doing one of our little mini-series once again. Not really too entirely certain if we are going to be doing potentially with Super Meat Boy, or if we're going to be doing another little side series we could get back into Left 4 Dead 2. But looking at the different views, it seems like you guys really do like everything that has been going on with Super Meat Boy, so we will potentially go back to another chapter within the game, just so that me and Kevin could go and try to run on through with some other different levels obstacles that happen throughout our way. It could get a little bit challenging within mission 2, but we'll see what happens there. But yes, if you guys remember, we got the paper game now from Pine Teen Jr., so now we can go and actually try out with the game here and see what this is all about. Now this one is something where we have to go and become like somewhat of like a Slim like Mario, and we have to be very careful because there's going to be some of these type of wind turbines that are going to be in the way, and you don't really want to fall off, because if you fall off, then it's basically game over at that point in time. And it could get a little bit harder every single time that you keep on crossing through most of the stuff that happens within this part of the minigame. But it looks like our boy Luigi is going to be heading on into the said minigame as well. That's pretty nice. Now, the weird thing that you guys are going to be seeing is that Luigi actually does have the super slim mode as well, too. So I wonder what has been going on his side for his little story quest, even though that we can't really go and know too much about it at this point in time. I don't really have all the books set in place, but it seems like he has his own type of power-ups as well, too. So I guess maybe in his little story quest, he's been finding a lot of those different type of mysterious cursed chests that have been showing up in his different type of chapters as well. And unfortunately, I went and slipped off the side because of the annoying wind turbine there, but that was pretty fun. At least I got to show off with majority of all the different mini games there. I don't know if there's a tube-like mini game as well, but I'm pretty certain I think there's just only those for right now. I'll have to go and check back at one of the Trouble Quests again. I will possibly have to go and do a bonus side episode, because I know that we will have to make our return back to like Bone Tail and have to go through the actual set 100-bit trials. If we actually do defeat out with the 1,000-year demon, I know that we do need to like possibly go after the last bit of our different star pieces, and of course trying to find the last of the said minigame things there, if there is any more other mini games that we have missed out so far. But here's the 1,000-year door. Let's go and finally put this crystal star into good use and open up this door once and for all and get to the end of the game, man. Now, I don't know if I already went and showed off during the time of one particular part of this episode. Probably not, but I did go and buy another one of those Luigi books, by the way. I think we got the red one now. So I think we have like a red, a blue, and now a green one. So at least we got 3 of them so far. I think there's like a couple more that we still need to go and pick up with, but maybe one of these days we'll probably take a look at one of those Luigi books, but I want to make sure that we at least get all of them. It'll probably take a while as well, too, because you can only get like one of those books like every once a day or something, because you kind of have to wait like each day to wait until the mart reopens up with some sort of new item afterwards. Alright, and there it is. There's all the different stars finally activated on all their different little pedestals here. And let's go and finally see what this whole door of the 1,000-year place is going to be all about. Now, this area is going to be known as the Palace of Shadows. That's the actual main area of what this whole area is going to be. A lot of optional well, not really optional, but a lot of said bosses are going to be here in this part. So this is where you want to make sure that you're like super stocked up on everything. We have to go through Gloomtail. We have to go through the Silent Sisters / AKA with Dupless. I believe, I think later on we have like the Grotus battle, and then of course we have Dark Princess Peach, the Shadow Queen battle, and then of course we have the other said phase after the Shadow Queen battle with Princess Peach, but she's going to be the 1,000-year demon queen that we're going to have to battle. Now, she's going to be the one that's going to be the more ridiculous part of the said battle that's going to happen. So you want to be very, very, very careful what you do within that battle there. That's where you may possibly need to actually start setting up for the Feeling Fine badges, because I believe she has every type of element in her power, and it's not going to be fun. Yeah, this place does sure look like a nasty type of place to be in. But this is just the beginning of the area, so it really shouldn't be all that too bad there, Binge. Or to say Baby Yosh. But anyways, we're going to think, well, yeah, I think for right now we're going to end things off here for today. So see you guys in the next one, and we'll continue onwards with more of what the 1,000-year demon, the Palace of Shadow, is going to be. So see you guys then, and peace.